Hey, William Gilmore here for the ScreenwritersJourney.com, and it is day 21. That is 3 weeks into our journey. Only about 49 more to go, so kind of running out of time here. Anyway, after my sort of lazy weekend, we're back at it full swing today. And one of the things I wanted to do was really track my time online and how much time I was actually spending taking care of various things online, whether that was updating the website, the news page, or the resource page, or time reading articles, chatting in different forums with other screenwriters, and it's averaging about 2 hours is what it seems like, about 2 hours a day, plus all the other time that I'm spending online, doing my own personal business, whether it's answering my emails from my mother or other friends and things like that. It really starts to add up, and there's a lot of time spent online. And I'm not sure that's a good thing or not. We'll find out, but 2 hours right now seems to be about the time. Now, and maybe I may be able to cut that back as we go forward after I've sort of established a presence. But I'm using that time right now to sort of build that brand online and make people aware of the Screenwriter's Journey in different forums and things like that. Speaking of the forums, it's a good way to build your brand. I have today took my first step in actually submitting or putting up some of my work in one of the forums to get some feedback on it, and that was the logline. And as you may recall, the logline was one of the goals for the month, to create that logline for the screenplay come-ups so we can start marketing in October. And I submitted that to two different forums, the Inside Pitch and Screenwriters Who Can Really Write. They're both on Facebook. But I didn't just jump in there and go, hey guys, what do you think of this? I've taken some time over the past couple of weeks to get to know some people and participate in group conversations so that I'm not just some new guy jumping in and expecting everyone to pay attention to me. I've gotten to know them. It's nice social etiquette. One of the things you'll find when you start doing that, though, when you start participating in these forums, you find most people are great, very helpful, a lot of good advice. Some of it you kind of question, but that's the part of the whole thing. They may be questioning your advice. But there's one or two people who just seem to want to commandeer everything. And you've got to know that going in, and you just got to let them do the thing and ignore them. Don't get into a debate with them about things because it's not going to lead anywhere. It seems to me that some of these people just sit there all day long waiting for somebody to post something so that they can show you how snarky they are with one of their responses. They also tended to say things to people if they're new and they're asking questions, because they are new, they don't know things yet, and they'll come back, well, that's a stupid question. You're obviously not a real writer, and blah, 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 blah. And you just get, if you run into one of those issues in the forum, just ignore it. That is not most of the people there. That's a few people. They seem to be there a lot and have a large presence, but they are not the people that you need to be paying attention to. So just keep that in mind. So after doing some commenting on other people's submissions and posting some articles from the ScreenwritersJourney.com website, trying to build that brand, got into a nice conversation, discussion over is coverage, paid coverage for your screenplay worth the price. And some people are like, absolutely not, it's a complete waste of time, you don't know this, da, 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 da. And then other people are like, well, wait a minute, it's what I do. I take a lot of time when I'm doing coverage for someone, and my notes are valid. And so you kind of got a different perspective on what people thought, who were submitting and getting the coverage and not liking the results necessarily, and the people who were actually doing the coverage and how much time they actually spent looking at it. So it was an interesting conversation, and I got to moderate that a little bit, so that was kind of fun. So those are the kinds of things you got to do, and once you've built up a little bit of a name for yourself, then you can start submitting your own things, and people are very, very accepting and very helpful. So I submitted the logline, and we started getting some comments in. The loglines, I did 3 loglines, and they are in the text area below, so you can look at those. And in a day or two, after we get all the comments in and have some discussions with the other screenwriters, I'll let you know what they thought, what they said, and how the logline has changed, and what what we'll be doing with it from there. In addition, I actually got some writing done today on come-ups, the screenplay they've been working on. So that was good. I got still in the first half of the second act, and I'm having problems getting into that midpoint area around page 55, and so it's been a journey in itself, and I think the progress is happening with it now. I should be able to move into the second half of the second act here in the next day or two. So I definitely got my one page in today, a little more than that. And the rubber meets the road tomorrow at Tuesdays at 9, Los Angeles. I'm actually taking in the first 10 pages of that screenplay come-ups that we've been talking about and doing the Save the Cat paradigm. And we're going to test it and in front of an audience with professional actors and see how it plays, if it works, what doesn't work, and so that's going to be very exciting. That will be tomorrow night, so I will probably have 2 blogs up tomorrow night. One beforehand, before we go in. I won't be able to actually tape the reading because SAG rules, but I will be on again afterwards, immediately, to let you know how it went. So, very exciting things happening. So that's it for today. So check in tomorrow and find out how the reading goes. And until then, keep writing.